It's the Dragons. They are taking on, like we said at the end of the Roosters Tigers preview, the Gold Coast Titans. The Titans sit second last on their ladder. It's been a dismal season for them. The Dragons do sit 11th. They still are mathematically a chance at making this top eight, even though it's very, very, very slim. But let's talk about lineups. Obviously, the team is up on the board. Anthony Griffin has stuck with the same side that narrowly went down to Canberra last weekend. The only, I guess, big thing that could change is Jaden Sullivan is listed amongst the reserves as he is looking to return from that shoulder injury that has kept him sidelined. Now, again, mathematically, Baxter, they have a chance, but have we put a line through the Dragons for 2022?
I think you can put a nice red or black line straight through the Dragons of making this finals team. So, well, finals series, should I say. But for all the adversity that this coach, Hook, has had to deal with, obviously playing Moneyball with players and back-end contracts and whatnot, he's done a really good job. Players need to sort of play for him next year and the rest of this year to stay at the club. But yeah, what more can you add to this Dragons team?
Yeah, I mean, there's rumors going around that Ben Hunt's going to be on obviously that massive paycheck. If he gets that 1.3 million, I don't know. I don't know where to go with this team. Obviously, every year they give their fans so much promise, and we laugh about them being the May premiers, and then come September, they're nowhere to be seen. And they weren't the May premiers this year, but again, come September, they're going to be nowhere to be seen. So it's an interesting one. There's a lot of work to do here. Obviously, shout out to Woodsy. We did, I guess, take the piss out of him a little bit with that Warriors lookalike drinking the skewy. He did obviously see that on Instagram. So, I hope he did get a good laugh out of that. But
good to see that bloke has been unbanned with the amount of support behind him. So obviously, he got a life ban from the stadium, and now that's been lifted because
I reckon.
He didn't do anything wrong. He's just having a shoey. As soon as the cameras go up to Stacey Jones, he's getting the beer out, getting the shoey out, and he's doing a shoey just the way he should be doing it. And he's not hurting anybody. He's not being loud or aggressive from all reports. So what's the harm?
I agree. I reckon we just ban, obviously, we let him play, and we banned Mount Smart from the NRL for a few years just to cop a bit of revenge there. But we will pop, obviously, the opposition up on the screen. It is the Gold Coast Titans. Obviously, Tino Fasumalali returns back. Obviously, he did miss round 22 due to his partner giving birth to their second child. So, obviously, congratulations to Tino on becoming a father once again.
And
Jared Wallace does.
Queenslander.
Mate, listen, I'm not even going to go into that. It's a bit too early to be calling that one. But obviously, Jared Wallace does go back to the reserve list. Aaron Clark obviously holds on to his hooker replacement duties following Booth's season-ending injury. Again, this is a team that's fighting to not get the spoon. How do you see him going in this game? And obviously, with AJ Brinson continuing the call for shots in the halves, do you see him picking up points here?
Of course, AJ Brimson's going to be scoring a lot of points. He's going to also be fighting for a spot in the Queensland Maroons squad next season if he's fit and ready. So this is his time to shine and show what he's made of, whether it's in the halves or he's playing fullback or he's coming off the bench. And when you got nothing to play for, when the season is all gone, which is for the Gold Coast Titans, watch how they play, watch how they open up and just come alive. And they did show it last week with that 44-24 win over the Manly Seagulls. So hopefully it's another big scoreline for them and they can put the sword into the Dragons, kill off their season, and they can just enjoy a happy end to a long season for them.
I will obviously touch on one player from the Dragons once again, but before I jump into that, your prediction for this game?
It's going to be the Titans, and it's going to be 13 plus. Put your money on that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to go 13 plus. I'm going to go the Titans in a close 1-12 win. I want to talk to you about Ben Hunt. Obviously, as a number 7, you come across maybe a 40-20 once every couple games. This bloke kicked a 40-20 and a 20-40 in the exact same game. Again, by all accounts, he's pretty much wrapped up the Dally M. Is he worth the 1.35 million that is being rumored?
Well, if he wraps up the Dally M, right, and he's not on this, like mostly the Dally M winners are normally the highest paid players in their team, so why not? He's proven why he deserves it. He's also proven why he's not deserving of this. Obviously, early on in his contract with the Dragons, he wasn't really that standout number 7 that everybody thought he was going to be. Obviously, coming off still scars off that 2015 drop ball in the grand final there. So I think he shook that, and watch him shed into his new shell here and shed some light on the Hunt family. And mate, this kid, watch him go, and I'll back my bottom dollar here, and I'll back him to be the starting 9 for the Australian jersey.
Well, that's obviously a massive, massive call. I will obviously, again, this has just popped up on my Instagram feed as I was scrolling. Mal Meninga admits he's only going to include 2 hookers in his World Club squad. So obviously you've said that you think Hunt is going to make it.
Yeah.
You're going to have Damien Cook. You've got Harry Grant. You've got your boy Reece Robinson on fire. You've got Api Coruscant on fire. And you've got Ben Hunt. So if you're saying you think he's going to start, who's coming off the bench? What are the 3-4 players that miss out there?
It's going to be Harry Grant definitely coming off the bench. You've seen it work game 1. You saw it work in game number 3. So don't be surprised if that is how they're going to run out. And hey, if it works, it works. Obviously, New South Wales didn't get the job done with their rotations, and yeah, it just as I say again, Ben Hunt will be the starting 9 for this Australian World Cup tour.
Clip it. We'll put it back up, obviously, when it does come to World Cup time and squad time. But Baxter, again, that is the Dragons versus Titans preview. We've both gone with a Titans upset here. I don't even know if you can call it an upset after last week, but we have both gone with the Titans. Thank you again for joining me, mate, and we will be back very soon to the listeners to cover the Knights versus Raiders.